My name is Theo Mäusli. I'm working for Swiss Radio Television and we are working now a lot about strategical questions, what to do with the archives, how to coordinate the archives, and our great issue in this time is how to open the archives, how to give it the content we have to our public, and that can be academics, but that can also be normal people who wants to see, for example, what happened when my girl was born, what happened during my whole life. I'm a member of the P&P program and commission, and we are organizing the award. Every year there is an award with the best use of archive, with the best archive preservation projects and the most innovative. And I think in the future we want to do other new categories. We have the archive world is changing, so we have also to change the creature. So we have this commission, and otherwise I'm working a lot for the Save Your Archive program. We have a very beautiful collaboration with the Zimbabwe National Archive. They have a very beautiful material, and I think we are able to help them to digitize this and offer this to the world community, because their history is world history, but also for the own population. It's an interesting question, and I love so much in my job that things are changing, and I think now it's changing in a very dynamical way. Once it was something that we had to, a treasure that we have to keep, because it was our past, and just as you have to keep the heritage of a family somewhere, sure, you keep it. Naturally, always we will keep it, but now it's very beautiful. We can also try to help the community to communicate with the heritage, and I think just in these days where identities are so fragile, we do no longer know if we make part of a nation or we make part of an international community or a region, but also other aspects, and I think it's very important to ask what we were, and so maybe we discovered that also the things that seem so fixed culturally, they are not. Even seeing 20 years ago how people spoke to other people, how people was, how people spoke about the nature, and so, and I think that helps us to understand that we can also imagine that in the future the things will change. And I'm just reading now a book of a historian who says that people will get older and older. It's true, and he says maybe in 50 years or even our children, they can easily get 150 years or something like that. And I think for them, the cultural heritage, the audiovisual heritage, to remember how it was when they were young, it gets always more important. And the third factor is the changing of media. We do no longer have the television that gives programs every hour and days, but we have content. And what is content? Even the content we are producing now in 10 minutes, it will be archived. And I think it was very interesting also what was said our colleague, right? We are specialists, archivists are specialists in managing content, and I think this is the future of the archive. We just had a magnifique presentation of our friends from Shanghai Media Group, and they showed us that in fact their work is not so much to have an institution or have an archive, but they are going inside the culture. They are going inside the theater, the music, and all sort of culture, and they are furnishing them audiovisual documents, and also consulting them how to work with this. And I think this is one of the main work of the future archivists. As we data in Switzerland, we have changed. We say we are data manager and archivist. The archivist maybe for the. It's always very important to think on long term and to grant that this heritage will not get lost. This is maybe the archive, and the data manager is people who are going around, are looking, because if it's digital, it's data. Yes, I think, and I think in this also there is a responsibility of the archivist, or how we want to name him, that he maybe we have so many documents, so huge quantities in Switzerland and the radio television archives, and we are small, but we have 2-3 million of hours of content. Nobody can see it, and I think that archivists, together with historians, together with documentarists, and so they have let's tell it power. A big power, or I prefer responsibility on what is shown and how it is shown, and that it is shown with the right context, and first of all that it is not misused for creating myths and histories that justify strange ideologies. So I would say be curious, go into the archive, look at them, work with them, ask the professionals. Very often they are happy to have contact and push them maybe also to have new questions, because we are maybe a little bit inside of our tunnel of ways. And for example, for me it's very, very important to speak with my children. I have a girl 20 years, a boy 16 years, and they are young, and that they are not thinking about archives. But sometimes, what are you doing now? What on your telephone or your mobile? What is this? And I think this is very important. And I think students, young people, can really push us to do the right things, the interesting things.